Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. I am doing series of reviews today. One such video is going to be this one. Is the review on a fragrance called Bottega Veneta Homme. This fragrance is big thanks to one of my dear brothers, brother Sajib, who lives in Australia. He's from Bangladesh, but he is a citizen of Australia. So he travels often, once in a while, once a year or twice a year. And I actually got to meet him finally recent times. So he brought this fragrance with him for me to try. And I asked and requested if I can borrow it and review it. I tested it for 2 days. So third day I'm reviewing it. I'll return it perhaps tomorrow. So this fragrance, I smelled it long time back. I have plenty of story to tell. I'll let you know how this smells, positives and negatives, who is it for, stuff like that. So let me turn on my lights. Some people like the lights, festive vibe at the back. Yes, it is Christmas season. Yes. So I wish everybody happy holiday and Merry Christmas, those who are celebrating. And I feel that, this year is going to be a better Christmas for all of you. Right. So this fragrance, small story before I start. This house is in Bangladesh. Officially, there's a retail outlet in Bangladesh who sells this, but they don't have this men's release. They have for women. So I tried this like some 4 or 5 years back in one shop, but they had this fragrance. And I think there's a perfume or extract, I forgot the name, EDP perhaps, the smaller bottle, which is even stronger than this. They had both. But the price they asked me, it was ridiculous. They asked for about $200 under, okay? I was not ready to pay that $150, $170 for these because these are perhaps designers. Yeah, right. And even though I like the smell, there are some shortcomings or negatives and stuff. Let's go one by one. So this one in Australia, he told me he got it for about $85. I don't know how much it's sold for. If it's still available, do let others know. Okay, guys, if you know. So this is the box. Really looks nice. It looks very soft, like not overdone. This looks like very professional and well done, like box. This one, no really extra bling bling, like the way the box looks. It's Purom for men, 90 ml EDT of the toilet. This bottle, it's very nice. It has a really nice look to it. I really like the way it looks. It's dark, a little bit of mysterious gray vibe to it. And it has this, one of the nicest thing I like is the leather wrap they have here, which gives the vibe this is going to be a leather perfume. This reminds me of some Zara fragrance, rich, warm, and addictive, but this bottle quality is much better. And the base looks like that. Nice design. It has some thickness here and really good glass quality. Cap is smaller, so it's nice. It's clicks onto place. Okay, I think I have it on the paper, but let me spray it on my skin. I like to smell it on my skin. Really good atomizer. So how much you are looking to pay, I don't know, but I would say don't pay more than $100 for it because it's a 90 ml one thing, and there are many other fragrances which are cheaper. So this one, I don't remember the whole notes breakdown. This has angelica, I remember. It has some green piney smell, and then leather. It has perhaps some, I don't know, I don't remember, florals or something. But this fragrance, the first time I sprayed it when I was sitting with him having coffee, I remember on my, like I was wearing, I think most probably a hoodie, and on my skin and my clothes, fragrances smell different. Okay, most of the time. Only Dior Minton smell like the real deal because it's my favorite fragrance. This thing smells always the same. Like I love it always, like regardless. But everything else, like most of the time, smell really nice on clothes, but sometimes they go sour on my skin or vice versa. This one, when I sprayed on my hoodie, on my arm, it was like here. I had full sleeve. I loved it. The opening is so gorgeous. Those who smelled it, they are like, yeah, it's that good. So the stronger version of it, I wish I could find it because that one has better performance. But talking about performance in a while, but this one, the opening is so beautiful. It reminds me of fragrances like, sort of like, I want to say almost like La Nuit de l'Homme kind of cardamom. I thought there was a cardamom in there, but I'm not sure. But this one definitely has that green, very aromatic. Like I was reminded of instantly Memo House. Memo House makes this kind of good fragrances. Memo, I have reviewed 3 or 4. Memo House, their quality of fragrance is so good, but they're super expensive. This one, I feel, this particular perfume, I felt was the same sort of great opening, and I absolutely love it. I got excellent push from it, even though this is not a beast mode. On me, on my skin, I don't get beast mode on any fragrance. This one on me, 7 to 8 hours. On clothes and skin combined. Okay, I tested it, and I can tell you performance is good, but it's winter only. I do not find this fragrance to be very versatile. Like, it's not the fault of this perfume, but this is a good fragrance for colder countries. Like where most of the year it's cool. So if you're living in, say, countries like ours, our subcontinents, or Asia, Indonesia, Philippines, our brothers are from here, you get no winter. In Malaysia, no winter. And this kind of weather, this fragrance is not built for it. Even if you love it, you can use it in the office. You really have to struggle to wear it in a very cold uh, atmosphere or indoors. If you go outdoors, it will die down very, very quickly. It will be too unpleasant for warm weather, so avoid it for warm weather. This is a cold weather beauty. It develops really nicely. I get the green leather. It reminds me of Epic Man in a way by Amouage, but it's not as spicy. This is fine balance. I don't know what makes this fragrance so beautiful. The dry down of this perfume is just heavenly. I usually love the opening so much, but usually dry downs are not as good as opening on many fragrances. This thing, I'm gonna make a list in a while. This is making that list. I'm gonna include that in that list. So very masculine. This is not for people who are beginning the journey. This is for mature noses. One thing, it's complex fragrance. But if you're in the game for 10-15 years, this will be very easy for you to pull off. If you like Philippe Plain, kind of fragrances, if you like by Kilians or Memo Paris or Amouage like fragrances, this is very easy to pick up. Very smooth. Usually, like when perfumes like this, they make sometimes like an animalic tone, or like they make something like they put something like animalic tone to it, like the leather is a bit too raw. This one is a very beautiful, it smells like a very lush, a posh leather bag from, I don't know if they make leather bags. I think definitely they should have. Bottega Veneta, or imagine like Salvatore Ferragamo or Gucci, not Gucci, Salvatore or something like Versace. So the kind of soft leather they use for travel bags or polo. I smell these leather bags in shopping malls many times, right? This smells like a very high class leather bag. So if you like green, kind of fresh leather fragrances, this is it. The dry down, it has something I just cannot remember. Maybe it's a floral or something. It makes the fragrance very, very, very beautiful and pleasant experience. I get whiffs of it until 2.5 hours. So it continues to project in cold weather for 2.5 hours. So I would say this is a borderline beast mode for colder months, but about 8.5 out of 10. I think the darker take on it, or the EDP of the perfume, whatever the next version, that one is gonna be a true beast like DHP, Dior Parfum. But apart from that, this fragrance, it's still close to perfection when it comes to pure pleasure. I don't think you can get very bored of this perfume very quickly. It's a very captivating fragrance. So I really like it. Thank you so much, Sajib, for letting me experience it. I will try to look for a bottle, this one and the other flanker. And I think these are collection worthy for people who are in that next level of collection now. You are done with your basics, Nautica Voyages, and CK1s. So you're craving for a little bit more upscale. This is upscale. Overall, this fragrance, despite it's not 10 out of 10 performer, I give this fragrance a perfection 10 out of 10 for what they've created. It's a stunning perfume, just that it's a bit overpriced for what it is, or maybe it's not really readily available. If it's under $100, it's a win. Okay, if you are having to pay $150, don't do it. Okay, that you are paying a bit too much. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks very much to Sajib bhai for lending me his perfume. Have a nice day. Let me do one more video, then we'll upload it. Take care.